Hey to world, welcome back to another video. This is Shubham, and from today we are going to start Spring Boot tutorials. And basically, we will be discussing the theoretical part, then the interview aspect question, and definitely what are the most important thing that you have to keep in mind while going for an interview. Okay. So first thing first, I will start with the Spring Core, like how all this began. Basically, you need to lay down your foundation before even learning the concepts. Okay, so in Spring Core, ideally how it was started is we were having web apps in our pictures. Okay, so basically when we develop a web app, there were things like it was taking time. We have to do manual configuration, most of the thing. So we gradually evolved these web apps with the help of REST API. Okay, REST API come into picture, and after that REST API things getting started more and more into different kind of scenarios. Like you should have a different server for front end, different server for back end, and they collectively called it as full stack. Okay, full stack was introduced at that time, and after that full stack things were not going that very great. Reason being, something was into monolith and something into a microservice kind of thing. They want to be more scalable, so they discover a microservice kind of picture. Microservice, service. So currently in this world right now, we do have microservices. Is the latest one which we know. Okay, and this is going to be the latest one right now with us, and we are working here. And definitely people are still in REST APIs mode or full stack mode or even web apps. These are for enterprise level architect people who are still not adapting the technologies, but that is okay. That is not our concern, that is their concern. But things you should know before starting it is we are in microservice world. Okay, so this is how all it started, and right now we are in microservice state. So what Java has done, they have created this frameworks. Okay, initially they came up with one thing that was Spring Framework, FRAME work. Okay, and what happened in this was used to be a completely dependency injection, and things were simplified for you as a developer. Okay, but later on what they decided is, okay, let's make things more simple, and they came up with something more newer. That was Spring Boot. Okay, so difference is very clear. They have even more simplified this one. Which one? Spring Boot. And again, which is the latest one which we are using in today's world? This is the one, the Spring Boot one. Okay, this is the latest one. But again, people are still using what this Spring framework. Why they are using still it? Reason is very simple. Apps was completely developed here, and the evolution of Java was also in the picture. Okay, so they have is already started migrating their project from Spring framework to Spring Boot, and multiple things are going into picture. So how it used to be, let me give you a background of it. Earlier when you used to write like thousands of lines for what kind of thing? This was before Spring was even introduced. Okay, these were all into the, you can say, core Java. In a job description you might see this, they need core Java. So basically this was that time. Okay, before Spring. And after they used started the use of Spring framework, these codes were reduced to 9, means removed by 200 lines. Say Spring framework was introduced and lines were drastically came down. Okay, after that they introduced the Spring Boot, and it drastically decreases the line because they have created modules inside it. Okay, Spring Boot. So before even knowing Spring Boot, you should know what Spring framework is doing, because I won't say Spring Boot is a completely different thing. Spring Boot is something extension of uh, Spring framework, I will say. Okay, it has enclosed Spring framework inside it. So before even learning this Spring Boot, you should know Spring framework. That's the reason why it is important. Okay, so I will lay a very foundation in next few videos, and this was an introductory video on it. So let me know if you have any question, and if you have any question, comment it down. I will give you a quick response on it whenever I will be saying that comment. Okay. Hopefully you would have liked the video. If you like the video, please put the subscribe button, like it or comment it down and let me know where you are getting stuck. I will help you there. Okay. We'll meet you in the next video. Thank you.